All right, here we go. Take you guys on a little adventure. Turn of the century farmhouse, furnace installation. Oh, yeah, little spider webs to deal with. So let's kind of clear these guys out of the way so I'm not wearing them so much. Luckily, they're just these really long legged things that are more just, I don't know, scary to look at, and I don't think poisonous or venomous or anything. But it's just, you get a handful and a face full of, ew, yuck. Anyway, those are fresh. They don't come off. Let's head down the basement and see what we got to work with. We took the furnace out of this place, oh, geez, 8 years ago or better now. So I've had a new furnace sitting in my garage for a year, maybe a year and a half. Just haven't gotten around to putting it in. They've been running with a pellet stove to heat. But since the in-laws are in their 70s and my wife doesn't think it's such a good idea to have my mother-in-law dragging 40-pound bags of wood pellets up and down out of the stairs from the garage. Oh yeah, look at all those. We are finally getting motivated to put a furnace in. Ooh, there's actually more here than I remember. And I don't see many lights working. So it looks like we do still have the remnants of the old lowboy fuel oil furnace here. And by lowboy, what that descriptive term means is typically these things were 32 to 34 inches tall. The blower is in the rear half. The heat exchanger is in the front half. And they are physically shorter than your traditional basement. This is the old Michigan cellar fieldstone style, where they would just stack stones up, throw a little bit of mortar in between it, and that's what you get. So the well comes in through that knocked out portion of the foundation. It's a modified dirt floor with some cement thrown on it for good measure. Looks like water heater is probably not too far off in the distant future for needing to be replaced. This one's electric. We stuck a water softener in, I don't know, 10 years ago or better for them for now. From the signs of the spider webs, it's probably been a while since they've had salt added to this thing. Oh, yep, there we go. See, put that thing in new in 2015. And oh yeah, totally out of salt. So plenty of good hard water. That'll make a mess on your piping, your water lines, your fixtures, your toilets, your shower, everything else. And Chris from the 740 will love this. We've got a mix of black plastic for the well into PVC with a little galvanized bushing going into who knows what that is, hitting that expansion tank with some copper that looks like maybe some JB Weld or something stuck on that thing to make a fitting. That's kind of scary. Into some more copper. And, oh, it looks like a dielectric something into a galvanized fitting with some more plastic, with some more galvanized. Hot water line is 3/8 flare, but a compression to a half union flare. And yeah, I don't think they have very good water pressure in here when it comes to a hot shower. 1/2-inch water line feeds back across to pick up the bathroom. We got a nice, this is the drain from the kitchen running across. There's a nice high spot here with a low spot. So that's probably a slow runner. And we get back into the sewer main going out. So pretty simplistic when it comes to house plumbing. Just has a shower tub combo. We've got a hand sink tossed up over here and a toilet straight above that. The 2-inch branch comes over, actually runs outside the house, and that is the vent line for the sewer main. And then we pick up in this messed up, I don't know, we've got a sanitary tee with a drop, and that runs back to grab our kitchen. Duct work in here. I've got a 8-inch that's been chopped off. It doesn't seem to go anywhere. That looks like another 8-inch that goes up through the floor. And we still have the asbestos tape on it around the floor box. There is a 10-inch, 12-inch maybe. That one's a return air. Of course, we've got more asbestos tape. Looks like some of the tape's been scratched off, but here's some good raw stuff. That's what they warn you about breathing, so don't inhale that. Old barometric damper, old flue pipe. Looks like an old rotted out wooden post leaning up against the vent, but this thing hasn't had an oil fire in it in, like I said, about 8 years. Return air box, so that's probably the return air in the main living room. So I might be able to reuse some of this duct, but there really isn't a lot of duct. I get that one 8-inch run. Here's one 8-inch that goes to the south, another 8-inch that heads over into the crawl space under the kitchen, and that's going to be the boot by the door that we walked through when we first started the video. So very simplistic setup. Yeah. Old Claire warm air furnace. I had no idea what the serial number is on here, but like I said, it hasn't run in a while. And this other 8-inch heads over and hits this boot. And that one, I think, is the main one in the living room. So this one, I think, used to hit the bathroom. But when they remodeled, I think that one got eliminated. Yeah, there's the old hole where that floor register was. And of course, floor registers in bathrooms, usually kind of a bad idea. Oh, and I see that sink's got a running tramp. Oh, that's the tub. That's why. Nice. And we'll see what's up in the cellar. This might have been the coal store room originally back in the day. Really nothing in here, just plaster walls, spiders, some glass block. This is, where are we? This would be kind of under the bedroom side. So I don't think I'm going to get much heat in here. I'm most likely not going to be able to get gas pipe in or out of there or venting. I've got a 90% efficient furnace to stuff in here. This stuff is beam construction, so we're sitting on at least a 12-inch thick beam. That beam's sitting on this stack of stone, so getting through that isn't really going to be the greatest. Back out through this other wall is probably going to be the same. Looks like an old faucet set up. Usually, yeah, I remember this one had the cast iron laundry sink tub combo down here. I think this house was originally piped with rural gas or natural gas. If I'm remembering right, the lamp in the living room was originally gas back in the turn of the century, the 1800s. And then when this thing got converted over to electricity, that got taken out, stuck up in the attic. So up in here, this Indiana Jones movie looking place full of spider webs might be another option to get my venting out. or get my gas in. I'll have to figure out where the propane tank should set at. We got the driveway immediately south of the south wall here, so I don't know if I necessarily want to trench underneath that where the propane line. That's going to be some hard digging. Same thing, we got the old oil tank here. I could probably run out that location for gas to get fuel in, but then I don't want the vent too close to that regulator or I'm going to have problems come winter. And again, this side I've got crawl space under the kitchen, but I think from about this point that ought to be outside wall. No, that's right, this one's got an addition on top of it. We'll head out this door, maybe. Again, just as many spider webs. So anybody freaked out by spiders and spider webs and critters and things that crawl and all of this stuff, probably this is not a good career path for you. Oh, hey, we got some vermiculite insulation too. Some of that was known to be mined from mines containing asbestos. So yeah, here's the back half of the old part of the house. Got the lawnmower running outside with the furnace sitting in the trailer. The stairs are a bit spongy. Oh yeah. So there's what we got to work with. Little 90%er gas furnace. And it looks like I probably have 10 or 12 feet worth of not going to be able to get into to be able to get out of this wall. I think that's just dirt infill. There's my plumbing vent going up under a bathroom window, under a bedroom window. And of course they spray foamed the foundation back a long time ago. This might be my vent path. We'll have to get in, lay out some things. I know I'm going to need to add some more heat runs. Shut that thing off, save a little fuel. Pellet stove vent out here, so I don't want my intake for the furnace anywhere near that thing. This is all crawl space underneath here, so I'm not really too anxious to try to crawl under there to vent anything. I'm not going up. I don't have any pathways to get up and out. Nice little challenge. Now I know why I've been putting it off for 2 years. But these are the beams that they typically mount these old houses on. That's about, good 8 to 10 inches wide. So they definitely built them well. Yeah, 8-inch thick beam. By the time you hog a 2.5-inch hole through that for the vent pipe, it takes a little bit of effort to get through. But I do have access to that sill, so I imagine I can get through that. And that's only 25 feet from where that furnace is going to sit. Well, we'll come up with a solution. We've already taken the chimney down, so this old masonry chimney does not go through the roof anymore. When the roof was replaced, they abandoned the chimney, and that's when they abandoned the heat, and it had just been running off from the pellets. So thanks for watching. About 15 minutes into this video, so I'm going to end it with this, and we'll make an update with progress. Tune in and see if the spiders get me or if I survive. Thanks for watching.